Congratulations. That's great.
West Coast style. It's like cat food. It's a weird description. It's actually very
Okay, we're here at the Taproom in Flatiron on 23rd and 3rd Avenue.
3rd Ave.
And we're going to hear a little bit about the microbrewery that's featuring this promotion. Go ahead.
Mike Descarfino with Barrier Brewing Company in Oceanside, Long Island.
So tell us about the beers that are being featured here tonight and about the artist that's done this very impressive label art.
We've got 4 beers being featured here tonight. These are the 4 right here. These are the 4. We've got 3 IPAs and a Czech-style Pilsner. Yeah, we're featuring the beers that our artist, our label artist, we do bottles, and our artist Dan Birch, we're featuring some of his artwork tonight for 4 of our beers that he does labels for.
Okay, and what's distinctive about these beers?
I'm sorry?
What's distinctive about these beers?
They're all very tasty, but yet different. So I said we have 3 IPAs, but all the 3 IPAs I have their own character. They're unique in their own way. And the Czech style Pilsner is a classic beer. It's been around for ages, and it's a beer that everybody can fall in love with. You just crush it. It's super easy to drink, and it's a good beer to clean the palate when you're tired of hops.
Okay. And where do you actually make the beer?
We make it in Oceanside, Long Island. We got a brewery. We have a 5-barrel brew house, pumping out about 4,000 barrels a year. And at the end of the year, we're jumping up to a 20-barrel brewery. We're going to do over about 12,000 barrels a year.
How do you guys get started? Is there a story?
Yeah, Evan Klein is the founder and owner of Barrier, and we all started at 6 Point Brewery in Brooklyn. And he went off, started his own brewery. He actually is a trained brewer. He went to school for brewing, and then he started his own brewery. It's a small little 1-barrel system, and we've just bumped up from 100 barrels a week or 100 barrels a year almost to 4,000 a year. So
Where
do people find these beers?
all over New York City, all over Brooklyn, Manhattan. We're up in Westchester. We go up to Buffalo. So all of New York City and New York proper.
What is the major challenge as a microbrewery to bring attention to your beer?
Well, I'd say 6 years ago it was a little easier, especially if you made really good liquid. You really stood out, and that's still true today. But there's a lot of competition now. There's a lot of breweries opening up, especially in New York City. It's a great thing. It's great to have more local options, but I think the staying power is making great liquid.
Now, it's only draft beer that you sell, or is it also in bottles?
Bottles as well.
Bottles
it's
as well.
Draft, but we have bottles, and that's what Dan Birch does for us. He makes our label art.
How much does the fact that it's produced locally impact on the quality?
I think a lot, because you can relate to it. You know where it's being made. You know where the materials are being sourced from. We use the best ingredients. We use a lot of German malts. We use American malts, English yeast, American yeast, English yeast. We use it all. We source some stuff from New York as well. We use some local products. But having people know where the beer is being made, as opposed to a contract brewery 200 miles away, I think adds a little more credibility to it.
Okay, so our blog covers the Flatiron District in Chelsea.
Great.
So what establishments can we expect our readers to find your...
Barcade Chelsea. I would say Barcade Chelsea. We used to have our bottles on sale at the area. The Storehouse. Those are pretty much our predominant Chelsea area places.
Okay, and your name and role in this process is?
Mike Descarfino, and I'm the sales manager for Barrier Brewing Company.
Okay, Mike, thanks a lot. So we're gonna do a post at the Flatiron Hot News.
Excellent.
We're gonna have this video and some pictures of the art, and if possible, we'll try to talk to the artist.
Absolutely.
Very much.
You got to have you guys come out to the brewery, give you a nice tour.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
And we have Dan Birch, who's a very well-known artist who's worked on the label art for the beers that are being previewed here tonight. So Dan, can you tell us a little bit about your inspiration and how you came about to design the labels that we've seen for these 4 beers?
Well, I've always been like a big Ralph 7 fan and Art Crump fan, and I think that's really where my main inspiration comes from, like for the style. And then I talked to Evan and Sean at the brewery, and we discussed like what direction we're gonna go with each label. They leave it pretty much open for me, so like whatever I want to do, it's pretty cool. Like
Okay, well, I'm a traditional beer guy, and looking at your beer art, I see very much a 60s underground comic motif. Robert Crumb, you know, Keep on Trucking.
Yep.
So did that enter into it at all?
Oh yeah. Like they've been huge inspirations. Actually, there's a Ralph Steadman show next September at a Society of Illustrators. That's going to be awesome. But like, yeah, like always, like it was like one of the first beer brands that I bought was Flying Dog, because Ralph Steadman was doing the labels. I was like, well, shit, I gotta buy it. And that's really how I got into craft beer. It was through Ralph Steadman's labels. And then everyone started doing really cool stuff. And yeah, I just wanted to get into that.
I like your use of color and cartoon imagery. That's kind of unusual for beers. Usually, the beer label art that I see is very restrained and very conservative. Why did the brewers decide to go in that direction? It seems somewhat unusual to me.
Well, like our first label was Axela, and what the brewers wanted was like a hippie chick, like with her arm raised, and it like steak line spelled out Axela, because Axela means armpit, and I was like, no, we can't do that. And what happened was I was like racking my brain, like what to do for that label, like what style to do, and I was talking to my friend Christian Blake. He's a big Fish fan. It's also a Fish song, and he was like, "Oh, that song starts off with a huge bend, and just put some gnarly hands on a guitar with a bend." I was like, "All right, cool." And that was the label, and it turned out great. Changed their minds, and I just sketched it out really quick, and that was pretty much the final. And that's pretty much like how I just usually draw. So like that's how it stuck, and they dug that. We did like two labels, and then like a whole bunch after that. Like that's how it happened.
So tell me, who gets to keep the original art for the labels? Does that get framed?
I have them all. Like they're all in a box.
Okay, so you know what? Send us, if you can, send us a high-resolution image of some of the original art, and we'll use that for our blog post.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Dan.
Thank you.
The beer tastes great, and it looks even better with those labels.
That's why I want to work for them.
Okay.
Barry's always been kicking ass.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.